gonna be, she says I'm older. I mean, she's older. I'm gonna let my elder speak first. Thank you, Larry. And she's not here, but I wanted to thank Mary Walker for all the work she did and the people that helped her. My name is Elaine Abraham. My Tlingit name is Chusha. It's an Iyak Tlingit name like the one you see back here. It says Iyak and then Tlingit. That's what we are in Yakutat. We're a really mixed group. We live at the Gulf of the Pacific. Where to start? Our charge as the elders is to traditional knowledge, or TEK, traditional ecological knowledge. And when you think about that, like Howard, his memory goes back maybe 100 years. So his knowledge is about almost, if he's 96, and I don't think he admitted to it, but I think it would be about 196 years of knowledge that he's talking about. I wanted to get back to the drummers. He talked about the earth. The drum is the earth and your hoops. And it reminded me of my granddaughter. Because we only have a few minutes, you try to bear with me because I'm going to be leaping all over the place. When you talked about the hoops and the drum representing the Mother Earth, we have to remember that our young people are hearing us if you spend the time, and it's up to the family. I got my youngest granddaughter from Canada when she was 6 years old. And the reason why my daughter moved from Canada to Little Yakutat, most people take their kids out because the school system is not as good as they are in the cities. But my daughter made a decision that her culture was worth it. We always have this choice we have to make. Do we leave the village or do we go out to the cities to get a better education? She came home instead with her 2 children, Kai, who's now 21, and Maka, who's 17. She made the AFN Youth keynote here last year in October. She just turned 17 that day. She was giving the keynote. And we learned from the kids. And what we express, they express differently. And she said she had her drum, her Tlingit drum. She's a dance leader and a song leader in her own language. She said that why is it that when people do wrong, they go to jail? And why is it we abuse the earth until it's crying and we are not punished for it? It made me think about that. It made me realize that they do listen to us. The first time I learned about the plastic that goes around the pop bottles, and when you throw it away, that birds get stuck in it. It was my other granddaughter that came home and with the scissors, and she was cutting up all the plastic in the house. They do hear us, and that's where our generation, and that's where our lives is an extension to those of us that are here. In traditional knowledge, that is our assignment. We go back to what we learned from our fathers, from our mothers. As a matrilineal society, we learned from our mothers. We learned from our aunts. In Tlingit, we don't have a name for an aunt. It's a Tlog, little mother. Because when your real mother dies, your biological mother, your sister becomes your mother. So that closeness of a family and the teaching stays within the matrilineal group. We have lost a lot. We talk about a loss of our cultures, but the young people understand today how we did not take care of our Mother Earth with the resources. Today, we have in Yakutat, king salmon is not available anymore. And because the sea otters has overrun the area, we don't have urchins, clams, red seaweed, or black seaweed. And now we are regulated so that the knowledge that we were given by our grandparents and our fathers and our mothers is a memory. It's getting to be a memory culture because we've lost so much of our land, our resources. When I was a child, my father used to go to the rivers to watch for the first fish. And they had a work group all winter and all summer long to make sure the rivers was clean, ready to receive the salmon. And there would come a day when the seagulls would tell that the salmon is on the way. And they would keep watch at the shore. And the first time they see a sockeye come up, and they see a sockeye coming up the river, that is the forward group of the spirit of the salmon. And that first salmon that's coming up is to see if you had taken care of their home. And if you did not take care of their home, they left. So, in order to receive our salmon, our resources, we had all of these kinds of things where we celebrated the coming of the salmon and the spirit of the salmon. It's really difficult to practice our traditional knowledge now because we don't have the land base. Traditional knowledge comes from the land base. It comes from your environment. It comes from your ancestors. We have sacred land, sacred sites. Most of those are gone because they have been overused. And this is a good time where even one person to carry a message, like my grandkids did, that you have to cut up that plastic. And that group also championed the change in your light bulb. And that makes a difference if we're going to have one clean earth for one people. And you know, we sit at the internet, we travel to anywhere in the universe. We travel into the sea and we travel into the universe. So we are one people. And if we do not take care of the land, then the next generation will not have what we have today. It's almost too late, but it's not good to say it's too late. It's time for each one of us to make that difference.